Okay, Mr. Thomas, our meeting here is confidential, but would you feel comfortable bringing this information back to mediation?
Yeah, I think what we discussed is open for the table.
Okay, wonderful. I'm going to go grab Ms. Johnson, and then we will discuss more about the agreement.
Okay.
Alright, welcome back to mediation.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Johnson, in our meeting, we discussed how you would still like Mr. Thomas to feel and think of you as a responsible person because, you know, you were there and you did take care of your other duties and you were there for the dog. Even after he got hurt, you still made sure that, you know, he was okay and that he received the care that he needed. You would be willing to forego the dinner because you did invest the time in being there, but you would still like to have the $100 if possible. You know, you can feel free to discuss also what you said.
Well, you know, as far as I did all that was required of me, invested the time coming over, I enjoyed doing that. I did feel bad about the dog getting hurt. I did apologize for it.
Right.
Part of the reason that, you know, feeling as far as being paid full amount, I still feel responsibility on Mr. Thomas for not inspecting his own yard. It's his property, it's his fence. Had he told me there was a loose board in the fence on the property, and then anytime you go out with the dog, it should either be on a leash or on a runner, because the dog possibly could get out. If that would have been known on his end, some of this stuff could have been avoided.
Right, and so you feel that, you know, since this could have happened while they were home as well with the fence, then it should not be entirely on your shoulders if the dog got out. And you were obviously afraid to call too. You didn't want to ruin their vacation or anything like that. But you still would like the $100.
Well, it is true. I mean, I can certainly take some responsibility, being that I did not call them right away with the vagrant dog. So then I would be willing to say I would accept half of the $100.
Okay. Mr. Thomas, in our meeting we discussed that had she notified you, things may have been different since you were not aware of what was happening. You couldn't be involved in any of the care decisions regarding the dog, regarding any medications or how to go through with the broken leg. And so had she notified you, things could have been different. You suggested in the meeting that she will receive no money, but in addition will not have to pay for the vet bill.
That's right.
Okay. How did you feel about her asking for the 100? Do you still feel it's out of the realm of possibilities?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we hired her to take care of things. We expected to be in the same condition they were when we left them in her care, and they're not.
Understood. So, given the fact that the fence was out of her control, the fact that there was a loose board, and the fact that neither of you were aware that the board was there, so the dog could have escaped while the family was home as well. Is there any sort of compensation she could receive? I know she suggested getting half of the $100, so possibly paying her $50.
I think we could do that.
Okay, so we could agree to paying her $50.
Sure.
Okay, so she would be paid. Let's see. She paid the $50, and then would still not receive the dinner, and then would not have to pay that $500 vet bill. Correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. In that case, let's see. So then, so no dinner, and then when would she receive this money? Would it be at the end of the week? Would it be as soon as possible? Today, tomorrow?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. Okay.
Sure.
And then, would she receive this money cash, check?
Cash.
Cash. Very well. Okay. And then as far as, let's address the relationship between the two of you. I know you both have expressed there's still interest in keeping this neighborly relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any ways that we could do this? Perhaps maybe some sort of family get-together between your two families, doing something together just to create that bond between the two of you.
Sure, I mean, we do get along with the family, we've done stuff with them in the past, so we could consider that.
Okay, that's good, and then, I know one thing that Ms. Johnson has expressed is that she would still like to be thought of as a responsible person, and would like you to know that she did try her best, and, she still, was there, and was wondering, would you be able to consider her in the future for dog sitting or house sitting, because she has expressed that she would like to come back and do that.
It's something we could consider.
I mean, I definitely would still do it, I still love the dog, I still feel sad that the dog got hurt, but I want to keep the relationship, and I'd be happy to water plants again, get the mail, watch the dog.
Okay. So then we would also like to put on the table considering Ms. Johnson for having her coming back in the future to house sit and take care of the dog.
That way we make sure there's more specifics,
Yes, so then
instructions.
in that we'll make sure there are more specific instructions saying if there's any problem notifying you right away, and maybe having clearer instructions about how to watch the dog, and make sure we're watching him while he's outside, not just letting him be outside, just so we have some clarity.
Right.
Okay, so then we'll go through our agreements once again, just to make sure we have all the terms down and correct. So as far as compensation goes, Ms. Johnson will receive $50, so half of the original agreed upon $100, and that will be in cash, and it will be given to her as soon as possible. She will not receive the dinner and will not have to pay the vet bill. And then as far as the relationship between the two of you, she'd like to be considered in the future for coming back and dog sitting and house sitting. If she comes back, there will be more clear instructions and more defined on what she needs to do in case of a problem occurs again. Just so both parties can be at peace of mind. And then in addition to the relationship aspect, we are also going to have some sort of family get-together between your two families to, because both your families are good friends, and just, can retain that relationship.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Alright, I will just have the two of you sign the agreement here. Okay, wonderful, thank you very much. Are there any other issues you'd like to address at this time, anything that we missed?
I don't think so.
No, I think everything's good.
Okay, wonderful, well, it was a pleasure being a mediator, so thank you very much for coming in, I'm glad I was able to help you.
Same, and thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank